We're back for another week, and I don't know which tune I'm singing, but I just finished a radio show, so I've got a little bit of wooziness in my head.
Yep.
The beats are still flowing. You know what I mean?
Nice.
But I'll tell you what else is flowing. The news around the world with a lot of shit that has happened over the last 7 days.
What a weekend.
The weekend in particular was by far the craziest experience that I have had.
Yeah.
Here locally, around the world, obviously lots of shit happening in America. There is a lot of stuff going on, but our main topic tonight will be a little bit later on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's two main topics. One, obviously, the brilliant Formula One weekend that we just had.
What?
But more on that. And the other thing, we're going to link in with a little bit of, I guess, a mental health situation with something that went completely fucking balls up around the world.
It did.
But, Stamati, how are you?
I am good. Yourself?
Good. Yeah,
How was your weekend?
Not too bad. I had a pretty good weekend, and we will get to that in a second as well, because there's something I would love to discuss, something exciting that I did on the weekend, and it's a brand new concept here in Adelaide. So we'll get to that. But my weekend was good. Did you get up to much?
Saturday, I was working. So, yeah, the next few Saturdays I will be working. I don't usually work them, but, you know, a bit of a demand issue at the minute. I was supposed to go to the footy game on Saturday, but yeah, it was a bit cold and Dimitri wasn't feeling the best, so I just sort of decided to pull the pin there. And I tried to get I knew we were going to talk about this second, but I tried to what you do is 24 hours before the game, up to 24 hours, you can opt to return your ticket to the club. And what they do, they give you credit towards next year's membership for Port Adelaide. But then he goes, oh, look, we can't actually accept them at the moment because we're having a bit of a IT issue. And I said, oh, what? I'm oblivious to this at this point. Like, I haven't listened to any news. I don't really listen to the radio that much. I really more listen to...
You just listen to our podcast
to
on
listen
repeat.
to our podcast on repeat, and also the new Eminem album. Have you listened to that?
Oh, have I listened to that?
I've listened to it
only
twice
about
now.
50 times.
Yeah, so that's really good.
It's like on repeat in the background.
Yeah, so anyone jump on that. It's a really good album. But yeah, they were saying the IT issue. And then I'm thinking, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean IT issue? He goes, it's actually a worldwide thing at the moment. And I was oblivious. I had no idea about this IT issue. And I said, he goes, look, we'll try and, this was on the Friday night. I tried to, return them because I could see Dimitri wasn't feeling the best. And I said to, I was going to take Theodore as well. He wasn't really doing too well either. And they said, look, we'll try and contact you tomorrow, being the Saturday morning. And if our IT is, Windows, which I later found out is working, then we'll try and issue it then. I said, no problem. I went to my in-laws on the Friday night and watched the Crows game, which was also a pretty good game, only a couple of points there. And then they were talking about it. They go, oh, we'll order some pizzas. And then my brother-in-law goes, oh, can they accept our money? And I said, what are you guys talking about? And they go, oh, haven't you heard about the whole Microsoft shutting down? I said, no. And up until tonight, I still didn't really understand what the issue was, and you explained it to me. And I was just like, wow, I must be living under a rock because I haven't seen any news, haven't listened to any radio. I didn't try and withdraw money out of my account on the Friday night or the Saturday, so I didn't really know how serious this was up until you tried telling me now.
It's full on.
Can you explain to our listeners what actually happened?
You know what? We might as well get into that topic then.
Sorry,
what happened is Microsoft Windows uses an has their own internal antivirus software, which is produced by a company called CrowdStrike.
Correct.
Now, CrowdStrike is a worldwide antivirus company based in obviously America. They have offices all over the world. They've got one in Sydney as well. Massive, massive company, right?
Right.
What they did is, so they back up the Microsoft Windows with the antivirus. If you don't have your own antivirus and you use Windows,
Right.
you are protected by the internal antivirus limited way.
So that is, when so it's just the normal default Microsoft one, like, how you go, scan now, all
Correct.
that sort of stuff. That's CrowdStrike.
That's all powered by CrowdStrike.
Okay.
Right? So they've got to deal with Microsoft.
Okay. So that that's obviously all your firewall settings, your antivirus, malware, and all that sort of stuff. That's that
Correct.
CrowdStrike. Okay.
Now, CrowdStrike was preparing an update to their systems.
Right.
Somehow, somewhat, don't know, pressed the upload button.
Fuck, someone got the sack.
And pretty much uploaded a direct update to their software.
Right.
Which in turn updated automatically all the Windows software. But because it wasn't completely ready for production,
right,
it shut down Windows worldwide. Now, majority of the banks use Windows.
Right.
Majority of the petrol stations use Windows. Majority of the shops and anything that uses IT technology, especially ones with electronic terminals and stuff that uses Windows software, they just shut down. So there was banks that could not enter their systems. There was petrol stations which had to shut down because they weren't able to operate. Yet there were some smart places that have not eliminated the use of cash, and they were flourishing. Mm-hmm. Okay. The problem that I ran into, I didn't really run into a major problem, but I tried to pull out money on the Saturday. So this all went down about late Friday afternoon. So I use Windows at work. It didn't affect our work because we have our internal software, antivirus software, and the department has its own protection, firewalls and all that.
Yep.
I went on the Friday night. I didn't need to use any money. The family was quite sick, so we stayed home. There was no need for me to use money. But here I am using my MacBook Pro, making memes and cutting videos and doing all that type of stuff. That's another reason why I use Apple, because it's not linked into all this bullshit that could happen.
Right.
But then on the Saturday, I tried to pull out money from the Combank. I went there, and this was about, I'd say 1:30 in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. So this is probably a full 24 hours later now. I went there 1:30 in the afternoon, and I tried to pull out some cash. Mm-hmm. And guess what?
You couldn't.
I couldn't pull out any cash. Not because I didn't have any cash, because the systems did not allow me to pull out any cash. It was not operating. It was crashed.
So that goes to show you that we should still rely on cash.
Cash is king.
Cash is king.
Cash is king.
Back to what we said the other week.
And the funny story is that a week ago, I had about $2,000 of cash on me.
Right.
Which was obviously my kids' money that they collected through birthdays and Easters and grandparents. Every time they see them, they give them some cash, right? Mm. So I had about $2,000 cash, and I had the week off for school holidays. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to go bank this cash for the kids because it's a lot of money to hold at home. And lo and behold,
you got robbed.
I needed cash. I had no cash. It was all in the bank, and I couldn't access it.
So what does that teach you?
Always have cash.
Always have
cash. And this is why cash should always be around, and not rely on pure electronic funding. It's not a wise way to go. into like I don't agree with a cashless society.
No. I'm trying to find how much money the world sort of lost in that 24 to 48 hour period.
I don't think you'll be able to find those type of stats, but you think about it.
Well, I did find one company lost $120 million.
120 million.
One company.
And who's going to compensate them for that loss?
Old mate Gatesy there.
Is Gatesy or is CrowdStrike going to compensate them?
Well, Bill Gates is responsible for Microsoft, isn't he?
But he's not responsible for the wrong software to be uploaded to his software.
Well, no. Okay, that's like saying you work for a government organisation, a department within that government. If you fuck up, is it your fault or is it the department's fault?
That's completely different.
No, it's not. He's running a company. Doesn't matter who he gets, what contractors he gets to help.
But
he's responsible.
It was a service. Mm-hmm. It was a service that he has employed.
Yeah.
For his service.
Correct. He's the employer, even if it's a subcontractor.
But you're saying if I fuck up, is it my fault or is it the department's fault? Well, it's definitely my fault because I'm the one that fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
The department can't save me from my fuck up.
No, but like, if who gets sued? Like, say if you royally fuck something up, who gets sued? The department or you?
the person that did the one that did the wrong here was the CrowdStrike, not Microsoft. Microsoft software automatically updated through the CrowdStrike update.
So you're saying they work sort of in conjunction with Microsoft? Are they like a partner?
They are part of it. So they basically build the antivirus and malware software. The safety protection software is built by them, which is intertwined into the Windows.
Fuck, this CrowdStrike better have good insurance, mate.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's this company, which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I might be completely wrong, but I think is headed up by an Australian guy.
Oh, he's fucked.
Right? And yeah, I think it was an Australian-based product that became worldwide. So something went wrong with their systems. It affected, not infected, that's a wrong word to use, affected Microsoft. And then it affected all the computers that use Microsoft and rely on it. Mate, you should have seen the turmoil at the airports. It was crazy.
They were just saying that this outage is the biggest outage in IT history. IT history.
Yeah.
That's a big call.
You know, you think remember the time when Telstra went down for a few hours because someone pushed the wrong button in one of the satellite.
You know what? Like, you hear things like that and it's like, it's so simple. Surely there should be safeguards in front of, like, let's say, you know, that big blackout a few years ago in all of South Australia just went dark.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, what, someone tripped over a fucking extension cord? You know what I mean? Like, same with this. Like, it tells you someone pushed the wrong button, or someone updated something and that they shouldn't have, and it just completely fucked Microsoft worldwide. Like, it shouldn't be that simple. Like, there should be safeguards and protocols before all that sort of happens. Like, instead of saying, would you like to update? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. So someone had to have pressed that like 2-3 times. You know what I mean?
It's crazy, isn't it?
So that was one thing over the weekend.
I was going to talk about this topic a little bit later because I came across a few articles and just we were meant to have someone come in tonight in regards to, you know, talk about a little bit about our core issue on this podcast, mental health, but unfortunately couldn't tee it up. Just the scheduling didn't work out for them. Mm-hmm. But I read some articles about the frustration that this caused. And that there was a couple of people which had to shut down their business and lost thousands upon thousands, if not millions of dollars because of this shutdown. So again, like, you could imagine the stress it would put on someone's mental health with the fact that they cannot operate their business because they rely solely on this type of
Technology.
software.
Yeah.
That's why you should go use Apple. Apple doesn't have these issues. Apple doesn't get viruses, doesn't need this crap from a third-party software. Just rely on Apple.
I'm sure there has been something wrong with Apple in the last...
I've never heard of a worldwide Apple shutdown.
Have you ever heard of a worldwide Microsoft shutdown up until this weekend?
No, but
It's never happened.
But Microsoft has never been the most reliable. It's like fucking you upload Microsoft, you turn your computer on with Microsoft Windows, and you don't know. It's like Play School. You don't know which shape window you're going to get. You just don't. Like you could turn your computer on today and go through the circle window, and tomorrow you might go through the fucking diamond window.
Yeah.
You know,
The rocket clock, mate.
by Sunday you'll be flying through the arch window for all I know. But yeah, like, you know, it's just, I don't know. It's harsh. It's a very harsh thing. But for people not to be able to access their money and people not to be able to get petrol,
It's embarrassment as
some
well.
telcos went down. You know, it was just, imagine now all the emergency services not being able to reach their critical data. You know, it's a horrible situation to be in.
Oh, yeah.
But this is how much it shows that this society and this generation rely
On technology.
on technology.
But it's where we're going. Like, you know, it's in
Imagine now we are in a fully AI world
right,
where we depend and rely on this artificial intelligence, right?
right.
And then something like this happens and completely shuts down your systems. What would you do? You'd be fucked.
Well, man, I rely on tech for, you know, invoicing, submitting estimates, chasing up invoices and all that sort of stuff. So
Obviously, you didn't have a busy week last week giving quotes out.
Not over the weekend, no. So it was very, like I was just sort of dumbfounded because I didn't even know about it. You know, it's just the generation at the moment. But it's because it makes business so simple at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Like it's so much more streamlined and all that sort of stuff. And now that we've sort of been introduced to this sort of technology, it's hard to then now go back.
Do you know, I had, not last year, maybe the year before we started doing this together full on, I had a painter come and quote my house and a couple of my mum's rental properties, right, to do some paint work. And I kid you not, the bloke came out with one of those invoice books.
Books.
Yeah, invoice books with the carbon copy behind it.
Yeah.
And I looked at him going, fuck me, Dad, you are old school, mate.
Yeah.
You are goddamn old school. And he wrote the quote on the spot, left the paper with us. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's the good old days.
It is.
This guy will go far in life because he doesn't rely on a computer.
Oh, I'm not sure. It's because you're doing work for like builders now. Like say for me, I'll do work for builders, some private, some builders, whatever. And they want like all documentation, all that sort of stuff. And no one uses faxes anymore, you know? So
I know, but and I guess for you that predominantly deals with builders and you know, multiple big companies, right? I guess you need that invoicing system.
Have to.
Because, you know, with the software that you would use, you would have to rely on it to then trigger off reminders for payments and stuff like that, yeah?
Correct. And also, like, gone are the days where I have to worry about my receipts, you know, like when it's come times for tax time, some of the receipts are, like, faded out. And you're like, oh, fuck. So I can't claim that or can't do that. Everything's just, like with me, like Dulux all online, Bunnings all online, Total Tools, Sydney Tools, all those sort of shops, everything is online now. So I can just log on, have a look at whatever I've purchased and all that sort of stuff, and it's just already there.
Okay.
And just copy and paste. But I still am a little bit old school in the sense of I don't use like Xero or MyOb or anything like that. I've got an Excel spreadsheet and I do it like that.
Oh, fair enough.
So simple.
Fair enough. Well, Excel's been a Microsoft, then you probably would have had problems.
Lucky I wasn't doing my taxes over the weekend.
That's right. In other big news over the weekend, or should I say Monday morning,
Old mate
Biden has decided
Chow.
it is time to give it up, and he will not be running as the next president of the United States of America.
What was it? Only a few days ago, he was like, they want me to hang it up, but I am running. And he was like in a big crowd.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
How can you do a backflip so quickly? Like, his party must put the screws to him.
So rumor has it that Barack Obama had a big play in it. Barack, whatever.
Obama.
Hang on, wasn't Baraka a character out of Street Fighter?
Oh, I don't know, man. It sounds like a bloody alcohol beverage.
Or Mortal Kombat, maybe.
Oh. I was a Tekken kid. I don't know.
Yeah, so they're saying that Barack had a massive, massive play in it. Is it the right...
I reckon he's pulling the bloody strings anyway, to be honest.
Yeah, well, he's the only president of the United States who has not left D.C.
Correct.
Still lives in D.C.
Yes, he does. Down the road.
You would think that he's pulling the strings.
Well, let's be honest, man. Look at Biden. Do you think he's capable of making a decision?
No, Biden's a malaka. But
not malaka of the week.
No, there's a bigger malaka of the week.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Biden, do you think it's a good play? Do you think it's a not good play? I don't know. I think that this has possibly derailed Trump's campaign. I still think Trump is a very good, strong chance of winning. But when I say derailed, they've obviously been going with the hope that they're going to be facing Biden.
Look, I don't think it's derailed Trump's campaign. I think that it's a little bit too late. If they did this probably 6 months ago, the Democrats, I think if he sort of said, you know what, thank you, but I can no longer lead this party and hang it up about 6 months ago, I reckon they may have had a chance. But I think it's too little too late, I think. And especially what happened with Trump last week.
With the shooting.
I reckon that's the icing on the cake there.
I just want to play this for you. Oh, hang on.
It's awkward.
Hang on. I have to start that again now. Here we go.
But what happened last week when they took a shot at my hero? And they tried to kill the next president of the United States. Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother.
Not you, brother.
Let Trumpomania rule again. Let Trumpomania make America great again.
Now, for those that don't know what I just played, growing up, my idol, my hero, my everything was the Hulk Hogan.
Hulkster.
The Hulkster. Hulkster.
Hulkamaniacs.
He was my true hero. I loved him. I loved everything about him. He got up at the recent Republican delegates conference, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is called, where they declared Trump as the president hopeful and J.D. Vance as the vice president.
Running mate.
Yep, the running mate. And Hulk Hogan got up and he ripped his shirt off.
Just did what Hulk does.
In the old Hulkster faction.
Yeah.
Ripped his shirt off and basically declared war on anyone against the Republicans.
And you know what Katrina said? She goes, did you see that thing with Hulk Hogan at Trump's rally thing? And I was like, no. He goes, and anyway, she showed me. I was like, fucking hell. And she goes, does that bloke not age? He's like Mr. T. Like Mr. T just does not age, and he just does not age.
Do you know what keeps him young?
No, tell me.
Women.
Yeah, have you seen his missus?
Yeah, she's like 40.
I was going to say she's like 12.
She's 40 or something, 35 or 40 years old, and he's 70 something.
Yeah.
So good on him. Like, bless America, you know what I mean? But far out, man. That was pretty full on. I watched that and I just completely laughed.
Hulk Hogan, he's 70.
Yeah.
And his spout, okay, so Sky Daily married her last year.
Mm-hmm.
And she is, where is she? Age. Let's just put age. Age is, how old is Sky Daily? She's 45.
No, there you go.
And
45.
he's 70. Good on you.
45.
Mate.
Good on him.
But I would
Oh, well, half. Oh, no, not half. No, just over. Anyway, so Biden's gone. That now puts Kamala Harris in the limelight. A lot of people are saying she's got really good assets.
She does.
Not Kamala, Sky. A lot of people are saying that she won't be fit to run, to win. But in the last 48 hours, they've raised close to $500 million.
For what?
For her campaign.
$500 million?
Yeah, they've raised massive amounts of money.
That is ridiculous.
So she's already got $250 million up her sleeve for the campaign, and they've raised a shitload more money.
Kamala Harris beat Trump. What do the polls say?
So yeah, so it's a pretty big thing, but there are a numerous amount of other people that are running for the presidency in the Democratic Party.
Let's be honest, it's only two of them, mate.
To be honest, there's no names in that list. There is, though, a wild card, and we have discussed this.
Who?
Michelle Obama.
Is she actually running?
No, she's not actually running. They have mentioned her as a wild card. Now, this is America we are talking about. This is Barack pulling the strings that we are talking about. The Clintons and most of the big Democratic senior names, past and present.
Michelle Obama, the only threat to Kamala Harris. The only threat to U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris becoming Democratic candidate is Michelle Obama, says the form. Yeah, but have they already put Kamala Harris as their...
It's not official yet because she has to sit through the, like Trump did with the Republicans. They have to do the Democratic version of that for her to be officially named and voted as the running, the person. Now, is America ready for a black African...
Well, isn't
American woman?
Isn't she African American?
That's what I'm saying. Are they ready for that? Especially with her background, she was a high prosecutor.
Yeah.
So she's
got the brains.
She's put away shitloads of people in jail, right, over very simple marijuana stuff, and
so there's not going to be any presidential pardons. That's for sure.
How is she going to go with that demographic?
Well,
the Hispanics, the low level crime.
Okay, so have you been watching that TV show, or have you watched that TV show, Designated Survivor?
You honestly did a Valandi. We spoke about that last week.
Okay, you've seen it? I can't remember now.
Yeah, man. I told you.
All right,
I told you.
So that for me, okay. So back like this will. It's a bit of a run around to answer your question, right? So in that show, if that is true, and I think it would be, before the president makes a decision on something, he has like 4 or 5 advisors, like Secretary of State. He would have
they have a round table,
right? So the president can have their opinion on something, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to go ahead. So Kamala Harris over here, she's like a, staunch bitch and, these are my thoughts on this and that and, you smoke pot, well, you get to go to jail and throw away the key. That doesn't necessarily mean that she can approve those sort of actions, I would say. So to answer your question, would she be tougher? Yeah, like in her opinion, it could be. And, if like you'll see like cases where they get presidential pardons and all that sort of stuff, she may reluctantly, she'll be reluctant to do so. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
But I didn't ask you whether she'll be tougher as a president.
Didn't you just say that?
No, I asked.
You said she's put away Hispanics and stuff like that.
I said, will she last or even get there? Will she be voted as president because of the stuff that she's done as a prosecutor?
I completely just ignored what you said.
Pretty much. You asked me a question that you asked me last week. We did discuss in details, and okay, whatever.
Yeah,
but that's okay.
Just completely just didn't listen to you and just answered a question I thought was relevant.
Correct. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Moving on.
But great show. So I don't know. There's some quite exciting things, but I've heard that Michelle Obama is definitely a wild card.
Dark horse there.
And so where I was going before is that multiple big names in the Democrat Party, such as both the Clintons.
Fuck the Clintons, right?
Yeah, I know. But both the Clintons and multiple other big names have come out in support of Kamala Harris and endorsing her. So President Biden has endorsed her.
Of course.
And multiple other big names have endorsed her, but one big name has not endorsed her.
Who's that?
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
What does that say?
He wants his missus to go.
Keep it in the family.
Does this chick look like she wants to run for president?
She's actually come out multiple times saying she doesn't want to, that she's not a choice.
Even just basing it on that TV show, Designated Survivor, fucking no way would I ever want to be a president.
Not of a big country like that.
No way, man.
Of a free world.
Nah.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like she wants to
It
be
doesn't
president.
matter, and I say this, it doesn't matter how powerful of a person you are, when you don't have the right advisors around you. Like, okay, Trump, he is a pretty powerful person, right? Very big business person, very powerful person. This JD Vance guy, 1 second he's giving shit about Trump. Next minute he's pretty much on his knee sucking him off and saying, you're the best thing that this country's ever seen, rah, rah, rah. Yeah, of course you're going to say that because you've just been handpicked by him.
To be the running mate.
Right, to be a running
hopefully
mate.
Then you'll be, because he can only, so Trump can only do one more term, is that right? Because he's already done it.
No, because this is a brand new presidency.
No.
Yeah, you can't. You can only do 8 years consecutive if you win 2 elections in a row. So if you like, for example, Barack.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, so it's basically starting as a brand new presidency.
Fact check.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's what I understand about American politics, because he's had the break in between and he's rerunning.
Okay. Can a U.S. president serve a third term? Section 1, no person shall be elected to the office of president more than twice, and no person who has held the office of president or acted as president for more than 2 years of a term to which some other person was elected. No, so because he's already done one full term. He can only do one more full term. So if his first term was under 2 years, then he can do 2 terms after that. So he then can be 10 years as president.
Oh.
So he can only do a maximum of 8 years, if he didn't do the 2 years before that halfway through. So let's say,
he was voted out in the midterms.
Correct. Then he could do a further 2 terms.
Man, I don't know. American politics
Who's the
is
longest
weird.
serving US president in America? Roosevelt. So, oh, wow. Oh, no. It's the only president to have served more than 2 terms. Because then after that, they wrote in their amendment thing.
Constitution.
That they can only do 2 terms.
Okay.
That's it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fact check. Like we have technology here to look up any
Righto.
facts.
Fair enough.
Now you should do the crickets.
Yeah, well, I'm not
Not set up quite yet. There you go.
I think on that note,
This is 2 Blokes in a Pod.
Hey, what is that?
The podcast where, well, it's a bit of this, a bit of that,
I don't understand.
just blokey laughs and blokey chats.
Okay.
Whatever it is, let's get started.
so we haven't actually done our intro song for quite some time.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
we haven't. And I know it's 36 minutes into the episode, but you know what?
whatevs.
Whatever. That brings us to our next part of the episode.
I know it. So we're going to start talking about vroom vroom cars and shit, right?
Yeah.
Before we do that, you know what happened to me today?
Well,
Well, this is sort of to do with cars, but so for work, I have a trailer. Did I tell you about this before air?
you did, but you can say on there. Yeah.
So yeah, I keep all my painting stuff in this trailer. And so on this trailer, to take it off, you have a jockey wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And on that jockey wheel, you have like a handle to wind it up.
Yep.
So you can either put it on, take it off, whatever. And with this jockey wheel, it's a very, very strong magnet. So it's a security thing. So, you know, you can drive around with it on, whatever, no problem. But at night or when you've taken off your trailer, you can take the handle off as a security measure. So then no one can unwind it or whatever. Someone has taken off my fucking handle, so I can't take my trailer off my ute. So I'm driving my wife's car tonight because I'm not fucking trying to reverse a trailer in the back of the studio.
No.
So, yeah, fuck you, whoever that was. You can rule that, right? But how fucking annoying is that? So now I've got my car parked in front of my house, not the trailer in the gates or whatever. Oh, fucking hell. It's frustration. It's frustration. So fuck you, whoever did that. No applause. No boo. No applause. Okay? So that's my little car story. And can someone buy my fucking ute, please?
Oh my God. This ute is going.
My ute. So my new ute's in Adelaide. It's at the dealership. I need my car gone.
Why haven't you picked it up yet?
Because I need to sell mine first. I can't have bloody 3 cars sitting in my driveway.
I've given you an offer.
Well, it needs to be a bit more. More than 4 times the price what you offered me.
No.
Yeah. Come on, man. Just quick 50.
No, I don't have quick 50.
Just
All
take
right?
a loan out.
I don't
something.
have a quick 50.
It's all right. I've got a broker. He can sort you out.
I need $6,000 to go buy myself some Vision Pros. But other than that, no, I don't have a quick 50.
So you'd go spend $6,000 on some bloody goggles, right? Some VR goggles. But you don't want to buy a car. Just buy a car, man.
I don't want to spend $50,000 on a.
Think about how
a
much
used piece of
DJ
shit.
shit. It's not a used piece of shit. Think about how much DJ shit you can put in the back of that ute. It's even
Yeah,
got
but-
drawers.
I want to start slowing down on the DJing stuff. So why the fuck?
Nah, man, you're Valandi, man. Everyone knows who you are.
Yeah,
There's
everyone
slowing
knows who
down.
I am, but you know what?
There's even a bloody 1500 watt inverter in there. Can that run any of your DJ stuff? 1500 watts?
What the hell's a 1500 watt inverter?
You can plug 240 volt straight into the car. I've got batteries. I've got other batteries in there, so you can plug.
So you've got that in your car. Then why the fuck did you go buy a generator?
Nah, okay. So my spray gun needs 3,750 watts to operate. The inverter can only operate something up to 1,500 watt. So like a microwave, coffee machine, not a fucking spray gun.
How's that going to handle all my equipment then?
That's what I just asked you.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how many watts I fucking
Well, how
need.
many watts is that mixer?
Fuck do I know? Am I
It's
an
on the
electrician?
fucking back of it.
Well, I'm not
there
an
you go.
electrician. I don't know this shit.
Oh, so this is is this it here?
Yeah.
Is this the mixer? So the mixer will. So it's 240 volt. Yes.
Don't strain your eyes, mate. I don't need you to go and get laser tomorrow.
It doesn't have it on here. It's all in Chinese. Fucking Chinese shit.
Well, there you go. Anyway,
Yeah. Whatever.
so hang on. Let me just check off and make sure that I've spoken about all my points before we get to the main point.
The main point.
Yeah, we spoke about Biden. We spoke about the worldwide shutdown. We're going to speak about that. We'll speak about the Socceroos a bit later. Or maybe bowlers. No, you know what? We'll finish off with bowlers. All right. So, Formula One update. Hungary Grand Prix 2024. What a
Old mate.
fantastic race.
Old mate Oscar from back in Melbourne
Yes.
took it out
Oscar Piastri, first win
of his career, F1
for
career.
his F1 career.
Mm-hmm.
A bit shadowed.
So
We will discuss that.
Yeah.
But a bit shadowed. I wish it
it's like an
was.
asterisk.
I wish it was a different way, like the real way. But
Yeah.
McLaren fucked up, so they had to fix the problem,
Yeah.
and it overshadowed his win.
If they didn't fuck up, he would have won.
Fucking yes,
Absolutely. You
absolutely.
reckon? Yeah, I think
100
so.
and
Yeah.
he would have won outright
Yeah.
without this discussion that we're about to have.
Yeah.
But we have to remember, and this is what I've been reading a lot of comments and forums on Formula One since the race. There are a lot of fucking idiots out there that don't understand Formula One. Formula One, although has a driver's championship, is not a single performance championship.
Well, it's construction.
It's a team sport.
Yeah,
it's a
correct.
team sport. That is why there are 2 drivers per team. It's a team sport, right? The more races one team can win 1 and 2, the better it is.
Mate.
But I'll tell you one thing, right? Let's get into the current standings. So at the moment,
For what? Construction or drivers?
no, let's go drivers construction,
drivers?
drivers championship
Got it
so
right, yeah.
far.
Okay.
Give me the top 10.
So we got Verstappen
Yep.
with 265. So he's comfortable. He's comfortable up there on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Norris, Leclerc, Sainz, Piastri, Hamilton, Perez, Russell, Alonso, and Stroll. Fuck Stroll, but Stroll's there too.
Okay.
They're the top
So
10.
last week, Perez was 5th in the championship. He has now dropped down to 7th.
7th.
Right.
Yeah.
So the rules for Perez were
100 points.
100 points and no more than 5 positions away from the lead.
So he is 6
Right.
positions away.
He's 6 positions away, and he is
Well, Verstappen's got 265 and Perez has got 124.
okay. So he's more than 100 points behind,
Yeah.
right? The gap has opened up again,
Yeah.
right? Now, where did you say Piastri was?
Piastri is 5th with
Okay.
149.
So Piastri and Hamilton both jumped him over the weekend,
yes.
right? Because he was 5th.
Who was 5th?
Perez was 5th.
No, I reckon he was 6th because you get 20. Would you get 25 points for winning a race, winning a thing?
Winning a race, you get 25, yeah.
No, Piastri was already above him. Hamilton jumped him. Hamilton's on 125, so one more point than Perez.
Okay, there you go.
So Hamilton was 7th,
And
now he's 6th.
Russell's not that far off.
Russell is only 8 points behind him.
8 points behind him. Okay. Now, I have to admit one thing. Perez drove really well on the weekend. He had a crash in Q1.
Qualifying, yeah,
Right?
fucked him up there.
But when
So
he
where
got,
did he start?
So he started in 15th position, right? And he ended up coming in the top 10. Was it 7th? Where did he come?
Who?
So what was the results of Hungary?
So Piastri,
Yep.
Norris, Hamilton
Yep.
for the podium, Leclerc 4th, Verstappen 5th, Sainz 6th, Perez 7th, George Russell 8th, Yuki 9th, and Stroll 10th.
Stroll the Malacca.
Stroll.
We forgot to say the Malacca.
Stroll. Sorry, Benny.
That's a rule, isn't it?
Stroll the Malacca. He is
Yeah.
a fucking idiot.
So, and Alonso 11th and Ricardo
Daddy Rick.
12th. All right, we'll
Just
get
out
to
of
Ricardo
place.
again in a second because, man, there's so much to download from the Hungary race that it's not funny. Like, there is so much you can discuss.
So now there's 2 weeks
We can do a
off?
whole episode on fucking Hungary. No, Spa is this weekend.
I thought, when was the halfway? Oh, the halfway
This
point.
is the last one, and then it's a month off.
month.
Yeah, a whole
Without
month.
any
So we're
F1.
back. We're back in the very last weekend of August.
Shit.
Yeah.
You know,
So our podcast could possibly go on hiatus for 4 weeks.
fun fact
Yeah.
for you. You know, okay, so F1 drivers get
Mm-hmm.
paid millions and millions and millions of dollars a year.
Correct.
F2 have to pay the team $2 to $3 million a year. The drivers. Did you know that?
F2 have to pay.
Yeah.
The driver has to
The
pay.
driver has to pay the team to drive.
What?
Yeah. Did you know that?
No.
Look at this.
What?
Yeah. I had no idea.
Why the fuck would you have to pay to drive for a team?
Costing to race F2.
Are you sure?
One estimate puts the costing of running. No, typically those. Okay. One estimate puts the cost of running an Formula 2 car at $3 million US per season. Typically, most of these costs are paid by the driver.
Oh, through personal sponsorships.
or personal or family wealth.
Wow.
Did you know that?
Wow. So you're saying all those kids
If
that
you're
are
not
coming through,
loaded,
yeah.
you got no chance, mate.
So all the kids that are coming through F2 and racing in F1
Yeah.
are just simply there because they're loaded.
Yeah. F3. How much does it cost to race in F3? One estimate is 1.2 million. So, yeah, so same thing. Paid by the typically most of these costs are paid by the driver. $1.2 million to run per season.
That's crazy.
Is that nuts? So you either have to be really, really fucking good and get like maybe a scholarship or someone sponsoring you. But okay, give you an example. So when I was a lot younger, my dad bought a go-kart for me, right? And
Here we go.
No, that was about $5.
Here we go.
No, listen to this. This was about $5,000, right? And we're like, yeah, fuck it, we'll get one, right?
All right, Ricardo.
And then he goes, we'll start racing.
Mm-hmm.
Then we looked into it.
Mm-hmm.
Mate, it is an expensive fucking thing. Like, okay, so your tires only last one meeting, so that could be 3 races a weekend. That's like $300, $400 for a set of tires. You need a trailer. That trailer costs about $8,000.
Mm-hmm.
You need so all the races around Australia, well, it's all on you to go there. It's all over Australia, so you got to go there every week or whatever the season is. You've got to your engine only lasts a certain amount of hours before you have to rebuild it again. So there's a couple grand. If you damage your chassis, well, that's up to you, whatever. There's no like, mate, it's you need
But
50 grand a year just to race a go-kart like professional league.
yeah, but again, that's all on you. Like you want to be part of that. You got to invest in it. No one's going to pick you up as a no-name driver, are they?
No. But like even just to try and get to that point where you may get sponsors, well, mate.
Why couldn't Mount Gambier Charcoal Chickens sponsor you?
Oh, Chicken Boss.
Chicken Boss.
My dad's old bloody chicken shop there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, that was way before. I was probably 12 or 13 years old when we were looking at doing it. Yeah. But yeah.
Everything costs, mate. Everything costs. You know, we're not in a country where society chips in.
No.
Like in Europe, it's free for children to play football.
Yeah, here you got to pay.
Here we got to pay shitloads of money for our kid to just have a run.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway,
But yeah, back to F1.
So back to F1 now. What should we start with?
So-
which part of the race should we
Okay.
start with?
Or qualifying.
okay, so we've just spoken about the drivers
standard.
and now let's talk about constructors.
Constructions. Now,
This is where it gets real spicy.
McLaren is right up Red Bull's ass. So Red Bull are currently top with 7 wins and 13 podiums.
Mm-hmm.
Right? 389 points. McLaren has got 2 wins and 11 podiums, but they've got 338 points. So there's only like really two wins, and they're like 1 point behind Red Bull.
Yeah, they're losing it. Red Bull are not going to win it. I
So-
guarantee you this. The only way that they can win it is if they do a driver swap.
How many races have there been?
There's 11 left.
So how many in a season? 20 or 18?
No. There's more. There's 25, I think there is. Uno momento.
25. So
It's over 20 races. This is the longest season yet.
Okay. How many? Let's have a look here. Driver.
Right. So we've got
So
round 13.
Perez has got 0 wins.
So we've had 13 rounds.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, there's
So-
24 races.
Okay. So Perez has only got 4 podiums, 0 wins. So the Constructors' Championship, right? Red Bull has 7 wins. So Verstappen's got all 7, and Verstappen, out of the 13 podiums, has 9 podiums. So Perez has done fuck all this whole season, right? 389 points for Red Bull, 338 points for McLaren. Ferrari isn't too far away as well with 322 points, 2 wins, 10 podiums. So they've got equal wins with McLaren. Mercedes, look, they're a bit further away. So really it's just the top 3 there that are in the race. Mercedes have got, they're in 4th position with 241 points. They've got 2 wins, 5 podiums. And then bang, it's like a cliff after that. Aston Martin are in 5th with 69 points. So
Good number.
yeah, they've got 0 wins and 0 podiums. Or really after that, after Mercedes, no one has got any wins or any podium. So Mercedes, yeah.
All right. So now let's get into the nitty gritty of the weekend. Right. So I think we're going to touch on first is McLaren. McLaren, big fucking botch job, McLaren. So, and this is coming from a man that loves McLaren. I think McLaren have always been my favorite team. But the reason why that I feel like it's a botch job is because poor Oscar Piastri, he took that race from the very first corner.
He did.
It was Lando versus Max, who also tried to push off his own teammate to get the lead. He fucked up the pole again, fucked up the pole position again.
Oh, mate, Lando.
And pushed Verstappen off track. And then Piastri capitalized and literally ran away with it.
And that was
he got to the point where he was 6 fucking seconds ahead, right? Of Norris in position 2. Mm-hmm. Mate, he was so fucking fast on Sunday. It was not funny. Then comes the ultimate decision. The team wanted to keep 1-2, right? They wanted P1, P2. Mm-hmm. So, and Hamilton was behind in P3.
Yes.
Verstappen by this stage was a few people down,
no chance,
right?
Yeah.
He had a chance of getting to P3, but I don't think he would have had a chance of getting any closer than that. So what do the pits? What do the McLaren pits say? They go, all right, we're going to pit Lando first. When in any normal fucking race, you would pit the leader of the race first,
correct,
to get him out of the way. That way, the second place would build his lead and then be pitted to save himself that second spot. But they thought, no, we need to undercut Hamilton to make sure that we keep that P2. So they pitted Lando first. But they made it clear that he will come out in front of Piastri when Piastri pitted, right? So Lando needed to give back the position. Lando completely lost his shit. He was silent on the mic. He wasn't responding back. And then it got to the point where the team manager said, remember the talk that we had today. You do not win a championship on your own. We win it as a team. And that's where he slowed down on the pit straight and let Lando through. This is where I go back to my original comment at the beginning of this segment that I feel bad for for Oscar, because had they done the right thing and pitted him properly first, he would have won that race outright. Or
correct,
Lando may have caught up naturally and won the race. If Lando won the race by simply being faster and overtaking him properly, there would be no doubt that, that would be a great way to finish the race. And I'd be happy for both of them. But Oscar won the race and he was falling away from Lando.
right?
Lando was going against team orders and was pushing his tyres a lot harder to make sure that he built the lead and stayed in front.
Did he go on medium tyres when they came back on? Or was it soft tyres?
Yeah. No. They came out on mediums.
Okay.
So the mediums pushed him.
Yeah.
So that was the complete fuck up. But people need to understand that it was a team decision. Now, I read somewhere where, yes, McLaren are fighting for the Constructors' Championship. Do you know how much the Constructors' Championship is worth?
No.
150 mil. 150 mil.
Wow.
But they're not the decision.
What's second place worth?
Probably about 120.
So there's still not going to be like, hey, shit, man.
But the big thing here is, right, that I've been reading a lot about it and the reasons and thinking behind it. Someone has come out and said that the reason they did what they did is because there is a lot of money coming in with Piastri, right? He's got a fucking shitload of sponsors. So they sponsors in Formula One stay with the driver on how well they perform.
Yeah.
Right? If they're not performing well, then they're going to stop sponsoring that driver.
Fuck, are the sponsors jumping off Perez or what?
Right? So do you know what I mean? Like, and that's one reason why Perez got kept by Red Bull, because of the money he was bringing into the team. It goes back to that Formula 2. The more sponsor you have, the team is going to pick you up because they need that money, right? Whereas when you got massive multi-million-dollar teams, am I tiring you out with my talk, mate?
No, I haven't had much sleep. Yeah, go on, sorry.
So what they're doing is they're basically saying, look, we need that money. Yeah. So they made that decision in their team meeting on the Sunday before the race to say if because obviously they fucked up the week before, didn't they?
Yeah, correct.
By bringing Piastri in way too late and fucking his race up. So they didn't want to fuck up again, but they did fuck up again by bringing Lando in first. So there was a decision made, and Lando had to stick to that decision.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're a Formula One head, you would understand that the decision made had to be done. That was Oscar's race.
Yeah.
Different if Lando was in front. They would never turn around and go, right, Lando, hand the lead to Oscar. We want him to have his first win. No.
It's not like that.
It doesn't work like that.
No, because if they did it, in how they were supposed to, Piastri would have won regardless. And did you hear on the radio how Piastri reacted to his win? He's like
emotionless.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very
Mate,
emotionless.
you win your first fucking champ. He's
But this is where I'm going. He didn't have emotion because he felt like it was handed to him rather than him winning it. Had the team done the right thing and pitted him first, he would have won that race and he would have been jumping with joy.
You're
Now,
right.
Did you hear the shit that went down in the cool down room afterwards?
Oh, with Hamilton
and
Norris?
Lando?
Oh, fuck, what a
Yeah,
wanker.
so
he had a quick car 7 years ago.
Hamilton goes to Lando, wow, you guys are fast.
Yeah.
Lando turns around and goes, yeah, you had a fast car 7 years ago. So Hamilton goes, mate, 7 years ago is a long time. Were you even here 7 years ago?
I didn't hear him say that.
Yeah. Were you even here 7 years ago?
I thought he just said, I'm giving you a compliment. Like,
Yeah. And then he said, I'm giving you a compliment.
wow.
Fucking salty as.
Yeah.
Salty
and
as.
then Lando said, yeah, I'm just a bit selfish. You got to be selfish in being an F1 driver.
You do though. But again, like, you got to also remember, yes, it's about the individual points, but it's also a team sport. That's what people don't understand, man.
Yeah.
And when you've got hotheads like Verstappen and Lando now,
Fucking Verstappen. Are we getting onto him yet? Bloody hell.
All right, next topic then. So hang on, let's just finish the Lando thing off. So, or have we? Oh, yeah. So the conversation between him and the team, like he was told during the race, Lando, I know you'll do the right thing.
Correct.
Right.
That's when he just backed off after that.
And then, so this is another conversation where Norris was told to manage his tyres and give the place back to Piastri. He said, then you should have boxed him first. Surely? No. And then the engineer says, that doesn't matter. It does. And then Norris says, well, it does to me. Yeah. So he was being a real prick about it all because he wanted that 25 points. Then Norris was adamant he was a faster driver, but he was told, Norris, you've proved your point. I'm trying to protect you. So this is the engineer now. I'm trying to protect you. The way to win a championship is with the team. You're going to need Oscar. Just remember every single Sunday morning meeting that we have. So this is some of the conversations that they had. And then Oscar turns around and says, the longer you leave it, as in the driver swap, the more you get a bit nervous, but it was well executed by the team. So it worked out for him in the end, but I just think that it could have been better.
Yeah, it's a bit... I mean, if I won an F1 championship like that, I would be a bit salty as well. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
As your first F1 win.
Yeah.
But the Hungarian track is, or Hungaring track, is a very well-known track for first-time winners.
Yeah.
All right? Yeah. Now, next topic, Verstappen.
Okay, can I say it? My luck of the week.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I think he's a multiple
Is that
winner.
2 times in a week?
Yeah.
2 times in a row?
Yeah, he's a multiple time winner. Good man.
Yeah. 2 times in a row.
Is he a whinging little bitch or what?
So
Far out, man.
let's debrief on Max Verstappen.
Max Gate.
So Max Verstappen doesn't only drive Formula One, he also drives for Redline Racing, which is an online racing simulator competition.
Oh, does he really?
Right? He's in a team online which races 24-hour races. And for some fucking bizarre reason, those races are always around a Grand Prix. Not midweek, not any other time of the week.
The weekend.
They're always around the Grand Prix. So he was up till 3 a.m. that morning racing on a simulator, went to bed for a few hours and got up again that morning to race a few more hours on the simulator.
Is it paying him big bucks?
Well, he must be getting paid some shitloads dollars to do it. But this is what a lot of the past champions are saying. Why? Why would you jeopardize yourself? You need your sleep and your rest. You need your routine. You can't be up till all hours of the morning. He was the crankiest bitch I've ever heard on the weekend.
God.
Mate, I'm going to read your full transcript of what he said during the race.
Go for it.
Right? But I have to say one thing. Max sounded exactly like my 2 sons the night after going to bed very late.
Oh, look, I don't
If
want you
my
to refer
kids-
to your sons as like whinging little
If
bitches.
my kids don't go to bed on time or on their routine,
Forget
they are bitches.
Okay.
All right? Now, this is the whole transcript.
All right, let me put my feet up here.
All right.
All right. Okay.
So we're starting from lap 1.
All right. Oh, there we go.
Lap 1 where Verstappen was pushed off track. This is the microphone, Verstappen.
Okay.
I got forced off Lambiase, which is his team manager.
Yep.
Mode 6. Lap 2. I was ahead at the apex and he just opened. I got forced off. Lambiase, understood. Lap 3. Lambiase, Max. The incident is under investigation. I think our recommendation is that you let this go.
Yeah.
We can talk about it later. So if you let Lando pass down to turn 1,
Is this where he was arguing that he went on the outside?
yeah,
Yeah.
and that he shouldn't have handed the position back.
Correct. Yes.
Verstappen.
What lap was that?
Lap 3.
Okay.
Why don't? Well, it happened on lap 1, but he raced a full 2 laps before handing the position back.
Yes.
Verstappen. Why don't they just say what they think and then we decide? That's just bullshit. Lambiase. So recommend we give the place back to turn 1, into turn 1, Max. Okay, so you can just run people off the track then. You can tell FIA that's how we're going to race from now on. Just drive people off the road.
Yeah. Okay.
So Lambiase's not having a bar of it. He's just saying, I recommend that you listen to me and just give the fucking position back.
Right.
You're in the wrong here. Lap 15, Lambiase. Hamilton is reducing management, turn 4, turn 9. Lap 17, Lambiase. So pace ahead, 24.2. Hamilton in pit lane. Max, we were discussing it ourselves already, Max, but we feel slightly on the early side.
Is Verstappen responding to any of these?
No. Now, lap 18, Verstappen. I can't brake. I can't enter corners. Front end is just really bad. Fuck. Lambiase. Copy that, Max. Lap 30. Lambiase, 22.8. Just have another look at the gear 3. Turn 6 and 7, Max. Verstappen. No, it's absolutely dog shit there. Lap 32. Lambiase, Max, recommend less throttle between turns 8 and 9. Lap 35. Verstappen, I'm -5 brake bias and the thing just doesn't fucking turn. It's unbelievable. Lap 40. Lambiase, Verstappen comes out of the last corner behind Hamilton but appears to have... So Verstappen comes out of the last corner behind Hamilton, but appears to have difficulty using his power boost. Lambiase, press and hold the overtake. Verstappen, 9, 5 or 9, it's shit. Lambiase. And then press and hold overtake, Max, if you're in mode 7, thank you. Lap 50. Lambiase. So that's a 9-lap tyre delta to Hamilton and Leclerc. Hamilton on hard, Leclerc medium. So just think about how to bring the tyres in gently, please. Max, that's a 21-lap stint. First stint, also 21 laps. Verstappen, track temp now compared to the start. Lambiase, it's down a couple of degrees, Max. Not too dissimilar. Lap 51, fail 10. McLaren placed 21.8 for reference on medium. Hamilton 22.7. Oh, here we go. This is the good part. Lap 52. So this is when Verstappen sets the fastest lap of the race so far.
Right.
Well, this is Lambiase. Well, that's some gentle introduction. So he's been telling him to settle down and ease the fuck up. And he's just pushed it for the fastest lap. And then Verstappen, no, mate, don't give me that fucking bullshit now. You guys gave me this fucking strategy, okay? I'm trying to rescue what's left, for fuck's sake. This is on the microphone.
Wow.
Okay. Lap 62, Lambiase. Verstappen. This is when Verstappen tries to pass Hamilton around the outside of turn 2, but the Mercedes driver leaves him no room. And then Lambiase says, shouldn't you leave a car's width?
Yeah.
Verstappen, we think you were behind the apex max. Oh, sorry, Lambiase. We think you were behind the apex max. Verstappen, okay, whatever. This is the best part. Lap 63, Verstappen collides at turn 1 with Hamilton.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't believe there was no damage.
Verstappen, he moved under braking. Lambiase, I'm not even going to get into a radio fight with the other teams, Max. We'll let the stewards do their thing. It's childish. On the radio, this is childish. So this is where now the team manager has fucking given up and gone, you are a cunt today.
Yeah.
I can't deal with this shit. Stop being a dickhead.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, did I pick up damage? All okay for now. I can't believe how he got through that. He went airborne.
Both of them.
And
Both of them.
he didn't have anything. All right. And this is how it finished off. So fail 84, and I understand the medical delegate needs to have a look at you, examine you under park firm conditions when you get out. Verstappen's response, you could send the medical delegate up to see the stewards. Maybe they can have a look and see if they are all okay. I'm fucking fine.
Far out. He was just a
He
prick.
was on fire.
He was a prick all day.
Fire.
Wow.
There's memes going around of the Red Bull Airborne, and it's got Marge Simpson going, Checo, no! And then the face of Checo going, what? And then it goes, oh, sorry.
Verstappen.
Max, no! Force of habit.
Oh, mate. Mate.
Oh, God.
He had a shit race.
Very, very. I'm surprised he
good to
ended up
see.
where he did.
It's good to see, actually.
I like Angry Max.
Do you? I think he's
Angry
just a
Max
wanker.
is a real wanker, and I like it. I like it. It's good for the sport.
Fucking hell.
I don't like when he's just out the front by 48 seconds.
Do you feel like I like this Hamilton we're seeing now?
Oh, yeah.
I'm really
Yeah.
liking this Hamilton.
He's really picked up the pace. But
No, I'm just
Mercedes
saying
have turned around.
No, I'm just saying as like a humble.
Very, and that's why I don't agree with Ben.
Ben's a malaka. Don't worry
I
about it.
don't agree with Ben. Like
He hates Hamilton. And
Yeah.
he hates George Russell too.
He hates both of them. And he's like the biggest English supporter.
I know.
But like they are both very humble men.
Yeah.
I don't see where the arrogance is. Yes, Hamilton once was what Max Verstappen is now.
Yeah, but he's older now, wiser,
You
this
know,
and that. And, all,
and look at him now. Look at him. He's creating opportunity and chances. Sure, the car's great, but he's the one driving it. He's doing wonders.
Do you think Hamilton will win another championship with Ferrari.
I think Ferrari really need to have a hard look at themselves because they are really failing in
Living
all
up to their
aspects at the
potential.
moment.
Yeah, they got potential.
Ferrari's tech is not living up to anything that the other three teams currently have. Definitely a top four,
When was their last?
but they could be better.
Championship, was it with
Last
Schumacher?
championship was with Vettel.
Sebastian Vettel was he had a championship with Red Bull, not Ferrari.
Yeah, no, he won with Red Bull too.
He did with Ferrari.
With Ferrari, yeah. Hang on, I'll bring it up right now.
Are you sure?
Yep. Kimi Raikkonen was the last Ferrari to win a championship.
And
That was in 2007.
Yeah, see, no, not with Vettel. Vettel, he only.
Oh, Fernando Alonso.
What?
No, not Fernando. What am I talking about? Kimi Raikkonen.
Mate, can you pronounce these people's names right? Fernando.
Well, hang on. Ferrari.
Fernando Alonso, and Sebastian Vettel, not Vettel. Who the fuck calls him Vettel?
Constructors Championship.
That's right. Just ignore everything I'm saying.
Oh, no. Okay, sorry. My bad.
Yeah.
So
I think
it
did
was,
he win 3 or 4 in a row? I think it was 3
No, so it was
with Red Bull.
2007 was the last Ferrari championship. But then prior to that, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004 was Ferrari championships.
With who?
With Schumacher.
Schumacher, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vettel didn't win it. It was like 2000 and it was before bloody Hamilton had his fucking run there. I reckon. No?
Sebastian Vettel. Oh, fucking.
No, just put drivers F1. Let's have a look here. F1.
Yeah, he did drive with Ferrari.
He did drive with Ferrari, but he didn't win the championship with Ferrari.
Championships 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. So he won 4 in a row.
4. Yeah, that's right. 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was 3 or 4. Have you seen Vettel? Here we go. Lewis, Rosberg, Lewis, Max.
Oh, that's right. He was BMW's first driver.
Who?
Vettel was BMW's first driver when they entered Formula One in 2007.
And how long did they last for?
Oh, they didn't last long.
Yeah, Kimi. There we go. So, So since 2000, it was Schumacher. That was all with Ferrari, and then Alonso with Renault. Kimi Raikkonen in 2007 with Ferrari. Then Lewis, Button, Vettel. And then it was Lewis with Mercedes, Rosberg, Lewis, and then 3 to Max. Yeah. So not bad. You know, a bit of mix there. You know, and Pirelli's. Did you know Pirelli's since 2011 were on the tyres there?
Mm.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Well.
Okay, so the last bit of the the last bit of the Formula One,
Yep.
Ricciardo. Phenomenal speed on the weekend. And a lot was shown about the quality driver that he can be. But it completely shows what a shit team he's in. They have no fucking idea how to manage their drivers. And they have completely shafted his opportunities at a very, very good finish this week.
You know, like, I'm just so surprised, like, how they've handled him being a Red Bull subsidiary. Like, I don't understand how they can get it so wrong.
It's frustrating to watch. It was. I was screaming. I was screaming when they pitted him on lap 9. Why the fuck would you pit someone on medium tires on lap 9 when they were in that top 10 zone on medium fucking tires? Yet they kept Yuki out for 31 laps on medium tires.
That's what I was going to say. Why would you change your tires?
The strategy was completely wrong. Yeah, they changed into softs.
So stupid. So stupid.
That's hards. They changed into hards. Sorry.
Hards.
They went from medium. Now, the two people that were around him, Hulkenberg and Albon, they were on softs. So I get it that they needed to change their tires. But why fucking bring Ricciardo in? He's already in a good position. He's on hards. He's going to last mediums. He's going to last a good 30 laps. Why the hell would you take him in?
It's just, I think are they deliberately trying to sabotage him?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. 100% they're trying to sabotage you. I'm going to bring up some comments that were made about his race. Where is it? Oh, so Daniel goes, I was waiting for a sorry, mate, we fucked up and didn't get it. This made me even angrier. So the guy knows he was screwed. He was screwed. He had such a great fucking qualifying weekend and he was completely screwed. He out-qualified Perez. He out-qualified his own teammate. Yeah. He was completely fucking screwed by his own goddamn team. This was this morning. The Red Bull principal, Laurent Mekies, apologized after Ricciardo's race. This pain of losing points compounded by Tsunoda being placed in a one-stop strategy and finished 9th. Do you take this as an apology? We got it wrong with Daniel and pitted him too early in heavy traffic, which lost him the chance to fight for points. His pace had been extremely strong all weekend long, and he demonstrated that again in the final stint of the race. He was finally able to find some free and clean air to fight his way back. We certainly share his frustration. Is that an apology? Or is that yeah, we fucked up, whatever?
No, that's not an apology. That's yeah, we're red-faced, but whatever. Yeah, that's not, oh, we're sorry, mate.
So
they probably apologised to him behind closed doors, but, you know.
We're going to go now with Daniel Ricciardo's racing fuck-ups since coming to VCARB. So he re-entered the F1 grid this time last year, right, with VCARB. So Hungary 23, Zhu crashed into him, dropping him to last. Spa 23, exceeded track limits.
What does that mean?
So basically he got penalised for bringing the car all the way out off the track when you exceed the limit of the track.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah. Zandvoort, he broke his wrist. In USA, debris in the brake duct and had bad strategy from the team. Mexico, bad tyre choice from the team. Brazil, his wheels went flying. Abu Dhabi, debris in brake duct. Now, 24, Australia. Oh, well, yeah, Abu Dhabi was this year too. Australia, bad call from the team, out in qualifying 1. Japan, crashed into Albon. China, crashed with Stroll. Miami, wrong set of tyres. Imola, disaster strategy. Monaco, unwanted set-up changes by the team. Canada, clutch issues and undeserved penalty. Silverstone, engine issues and bad qualifying strategy. Hungary, disaster strategy. So he's been completely fucked over.
So 95% of all that was the team fucked up, not
Yep.
him.
There was 2 crashes where Albon and Stroll crashed into him. And the rest
But
of the
then
time,
some
it's
can-
been very poor management from the team with strategy tyres.
Some can argue that he's paid millions of dollars a year to know like I understand like F1 is extremely fast, but should he then know not to put himself in that position where he's open to a collision with
So-
Stroll?
Hang on.
And
Hang on a second. So you're saying that the Stroll's incident could have been avoided? Stroll went right up his ass, and he could have avoided that.
No.
When you're a Formula One driver going at 300 kilometers an hour
Right.
down a fucking pit straight,
What was the other one? The other accident?
the one with Albon completely went into him.
Yeah. Okay.
He ran him off the track.
Yeah. Look, those two probably then no.
Well, that's what I want to clarify.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's his fault.
Stroll the Malacca went right up his ass.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is, could the team look at it like, well, these ones could have been avoided if then it's not really his fault. Like, I don't know if they just don't want to. If they don't want to take blame, will they then try and blame him for that? No.
Nah, they can't blame him for that.
So, but what about the debris in the brake duct? Could you avoided the debris?
How do you avoid debris in the brake duct?
I don't fucking know. I'm just trying to
When you collect debris, if there's debris on the track,
yeah.
right, and it's not cleared off, how is that the driver's fault?
No. Hey, I'm Team fucking Ricardo here. I know I'm trying to sound like a dickhead.
Yeah, but
I'm just trying to think.
okay. The
From the team's point of view.
only one here that I can say is a fault of his own, right? Yeah. Okay, Zandvoort, he broke
which
his
one?
wrist, right?
How's that his fucking
No, it's
fault?
not his fault. It's not his fault. But what I'm saying is that's something that you can't blame the team on.
No.
He went off track. He had a crash. He broke his wrist. Bang. That's on him.
Mm-hmm.
That's on him. Okay. Unfortunate, but that's on him.
His body let him down.
The week before, the race before, he exceeded track limits.
Okay.
That's on him.
That's him.
You can't blame the team on that,
Yeah,
right?
that's him. Yep.
Zoo crashing into him and dropping him to last. Again, that's not on him. That's not on the team.
Your beard is massive.
Thanks. But, okay, bad tyre choice, team. Flying wheel, team. Debris.
Well, hold on. Flying wheel.
Yeah, so his
what
wheel
happened?
wasn't put on properly,
That's team.
right? Debris in brake duct, that's unfortunate. Racing shit.
Yeah, but could there have been was it all over the track? Or was it like on a section of the track where he could have gone around it?
Well, I'm guessing it would have been debris picked up on the track,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
Australia this year, very bad call from the team out in qualifying one. So the
So
team,
what happened there? Do you remember?
I don't really remember, but obviously the team made a bad call with a strategy and he didn't make it through qualifying one.
Yeah.
Japan, so Albon crash, Stroll crash, that's just on them.
Whatever. Yeah.
All right, Miami, wrong set of tires. So
it's
that was
team.
a wet race, was it?
Which one?
Miami. I'm pretty sure that was a wet race.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
So the team put the wrong tires on.
That's team.
Yeah, that's right, because he needed slicks and they put him on hards or something and he was sliding all over the place.
No, he needed yeah, anyway, yeah, he needed wet tires.
Imola, disaster strategy, team. Monaco, unwanted. Yeah, that's the one. Monaco, he did exceptionally well in the lead up to qualifying and qualified really, really well. And then they completely changed the setup of his car. Remember?
Yeah.
They completely reformatted his car, and he was a completely different machine on the Sunday.
What? Is this? And then everyone was giving it to Ricardo, and then because he was all pissy, he fucking did well. Where did he finish? Do you know?
No. That was
which is the one where he's like, yeah, fuck you all.
Yeah, that was the one after. It's not in here because it wasn't a bad race.
Yeah. So who's this according to? All these?
No, so this is from a Daniel Ricciardo supergroup where they've listed all the fuck ups.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And then Canada, clutch issues and undeserved penalties. So clutch issues, look, you're always going to have a malfunction. It happens. Silverstone, engine issues and bad qualifying strategy. So engine issues, one thing, not team.
But how do you get a bad strategy in qualifying? Isn't it just fucking go your hardest?
Yeah, but if the team keeps you in and doesn't take you out, the driver can't just decide to jump in the car and go take it out for a run. The team decides to hold it back. Like on the weekend in Hungary, he actually was in the bottom five of the
in qualifying of the red flag
Q1, right? Yeah. And then there was a red flag, so he only had a limited window to get back on track to run a lap, and he ended up winning. He ended up on top in Q1. He topped Q1 before Hamilton.
Yeah,
right. So that was a great fucking weekend.
Yeah,
in terms of that, and then yeah. So that's my Formula One wrap for the week. We'll be back again next week to talk about Spa. Hopefully Spa's going to be a great track, and especially if it's raining, it's going to be a phenomenal race.
What's the weather prediction?
I think there is some rain on board, but yeah. So that's that.
F1. So the Belgium GP. Spa. Okay. Belgium.
God, it's getting late, isn't it?
It's only 10 o'clock. It's not bad. Belgium temperatures will be pleasant, reaching a high of 23 degrees Celsius and dropping out to 15. Okay, so it's going to be...
it's going to be spicy. All right.
Weather.
Two last things I want to talk about. So the funny thing that happened to me on Friday, I got an email that the Socceroos tickets are going on sale. They've got a World Cup qualifying game here in Adelaide on October the 10th against the People's Republic of China. So recently we had the Matildas that played the China women's. And I remember when those tickets went on sale, it was fucking impossible to buy a ticket. Yeah. I could not get a ticket.
But different time,
right?
Like, as in, it was the actual World Cup tournament as opposed to just a qualifying match. Don't you think?
What are you fucking talking about? The women's
World Cup?
I'm not talking about the Women's World Cup.
Oh.
I'm talking about the Adelaide Oval match that they recently had.
Oh, okay. Relax.
It was just a warm-up game for the Olympics.
It was just a bit of miscommunication.
But I could not get tickets. Everyone wanted to be there because it was the Matildas.
Well, Matilda's a gangster.
Right? Then on Friday, the pre-sale tickets for members went up for Socceroos.
Mate, they pay you to go.
Mate, can I just say, the tickets to the men's Socceroos game versus China, this is a World Cup qualifying game, not a warm-up or a showcase game. This is a World Cup qualifying game, right?
Yeah.
I paid $55 for a family ticket, and I instantly got one the first time I tried.
For the
then I logged in again just for a laugh and shits and giggles on the Saturday. There was stacks of tickets left. Then it opened up to public on Monday. So I thought, you know what? Before we go recording today, I'm going to try and buy a ticket.
Shall I go have a look?
And there was fucking shitloads of tickets left.
Okay.
So
Ticket Tech?
Where does this lead me to? That I believe the Matildas phase is a lot stronger than anyone giving a shit about Socceroos.
There we go. Australia. Let me see if I can just grab tickets now.
I'm in Bay 322.
Okay, tickets. Find tickets.
Adelaide Oval.
Oh, platinum exhausted. Category A exhausted. Category B single seats only. Category C single seats only. Category C family zone exhausted. Oh no, so it's fucking almost sold out now.
All right. Well, now
it is, yeah.
Now, but still, you can find tickets though.
But it's only single seats in B, single seats in C, and fully restricted view. There's plenty.
Yeah. Still, there's tickets.
Unreal, eh?
It doesn't matter. There's tickets. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, sure, there's single seat tickets, but there's still tickets available.
How are these? Those ones. Okay, gotcha. I thought these fully restricted ones were these pink ones. I'm like, how are they the shittest tickets? See,
So yeah, that's that.
Here, this is where I sit in the footy.
Yeah. So I
Where are you sitting this one?
hang on. No, it isn't. Don't you sit on the other side?
Sorry.
You're on the other side there, aren't you?
3:30. I'm here.
3:30. Yeah, I bought tickets in 3:32.
Oh, yeah, they're killer.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to get anywhere from 3:32 to 3:37 live for my AFL ones, but
Yeah, right. Okay, last thing. So on the weekend, a mate of mine had his 40th birthday. Unfortunately, my other half was sick.
Yes.
So I had to go on my own. Yeah. And then another mate of mine ended up going on his own because his partner was sick. His wife was sick.
Yeah.
So I thought, all right, you know what? We'll go. We'll have dinner. We went to Thanks to Theo.
Thanks, Theo. Yeah. Is that any good?
Bloody fantastic. The food there was amazing. You know, a big 40th shout out to Andrew Kiriakou, our sponsor. He turned 40 on the weekend.
Konnichiwa, mate.
So happy birthday, happy 40th birthday. I think he'll feel special that he's getting this mentioned on the podcast. Or he could probably ring me and go,
happy 40th.
I'm listening to
birthday.
your podcast. Did you have to mention how old I am?
So how old was he? 40?
40.
40. Andrew,
40?
40. So you're out of your 30s now.
Saranda.
Wow. He's getting close. Yeah. He's zoning in on 50, isn't he?
Yeah, what is it? Quattrocella? How do you say it? 40 in Italian? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. I don't care. I don't know what. Sarada. Yeah. Grambi and Glatza. So we went to dinner. And then after that, me and my mate Jonathan, we thought, you know what? Let's go for a walk down Rundle Street, because they had all those funky lights and shit up, and we'll go catch a cab at the end of Rundle Street and go home. And by the time we got to the end, he's like, should we go for a drink somewhere? It's still a bit early.
What time was this?
So about 9:30.
Yeah, it's a bit early.
Right? And I go, yeah, you know what? I do. I want to go for a drink. I don't really I feel like going home yet. Let's go for a drink. And we thought, why not try this new place called Bowlers out? Now, have you heard of Bowlers?
No, what's that?
Do you know the old mansions?
Yeah, where you go downstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've converted that place into a place called Bowlers.
It's not called mansions anymore.
No, so Bowlers is huge over in Melbourne and Sydney. And it's a place, now you know Holy Moly, right?
Oh, that's best.
Yeah, so it's basically a similar thing to Holy Moly.
What,
but without the golf side of things. Basically, you walk in, the whole place is set up as a adult game arena. So you've got your darts, you've got shuffleboards.
Shuffleboards.
Yeah, you know shuffleboards where you've got those like the different colored discs, and you have to like push it slightly to try and get it on a particular part of the table without it falling off the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so shuffleboards. It's got ping pong tables. It has bowl pit karaoke. So karaoke in a big bowl pit.
So it's just like literally games for adults.
It's set up as a team building experience, or it's set up as a party experience where you can go with a whole group of mates and just play games, have drinks, run amok.
Right.
All right. So it had opened on that Friday and we went on the Saturday night. It was phenomenal, fantastic. The venue manager there, Sophia, is running a very tight ship and just it's full of fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, full of fun. The drinks are amazing. I had a gin Shiraz spritzer, something like that.
I'm just a bourbon drinker, man.
I know. I'm a bourbon drinker. I'm a whiskey drinker too. But I thought, you know what, fuck it. She offered me to try it. So I tried it and it was bloody good. I had my first ever espresso martini. I can't say I'm a fan.
Oh, yeah, I'm not a fan.
It went down because I just wanted the drink, but it went down. Yeah. Probably not have another one, but it was creamy. It was nice.
It's creamy.
Yeah. I had a whiskey sour.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Oh, that was brilliant.
That sounds nice.
God, I think I had quite a number of drinks that night.
Yeah, how'd you get home?
Oh, we Ubered it. Yeah, we Ubered it.
Man.
But well done to the crew down there, and I'm definitely going to be going down. I reckon we should go.
Yeah.
Maybe we can try and hit them up for a bit of sponsorship and
Hey, ballers.
get down there. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm keen.
But yeah, for everyone, try it out. It's on Pulteney Street in the city, just off Rundle Mall. And they're pretty much open most nights. After work drinks, definitely great for team building experiences. And just go down there, have a drink, have a game. The darts were great.
Oh, I'm sure.
They had like 5 or 6 different dart games.
Yeah.
And there was a footy game. So basically the screen shows you where you need to hit the darts to get particular amount of points. So you're 6 points and behinds. And then every 3 shots it changes. So you change the angle of where you hit the darts. Great stuff.
Have you been to the golf simulator at West Lakes there? What's it
No.
called?
No.
I'm shocking at golf.
Yeah. Links or something?
Oh, I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, I think so. And we went there with the Dulux, the Christmas show they did last year. And it was, it was pretty good because we were getting absolutely shit-faced and golfing at the same time. Wasn't really a good
shit face and golf.
Yeah, I'm shit at golf as it is, and trying to hit the bloody ball when you're half cut is not a good idea.
God. Well,
Anyway.
that's a great episode.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We'll do it all over again next week, and hopefully we'll. Oh shit! That's not what I wanted to press.
Shocking.
Yeah, hopefully we can. I don't know. Get into a bit more.
Done.